Good afternoon. I am Uttara Neli Lozej. Today I'd like to speak about a high left shoulder. Here I'll try to demonstrate mirror image to you. And quite commonly, I see this quite often, people tend to have this left shoulder slightly elevated. Now, why would that presentation occur? There are many factors then on the right side that make the right side a little more dense than the left. For example, the right side of the liver is bigger, the lobe of the liver is bigger. Over time, as we age and it gets more congested, that would tend to pull us a little bit to that side. Perhaps there's scar, the appendix. If you've had your appendix out, that scar might just put a little bit more pressure in that direction. Driving cars also, the psoas muscle, the flexors of the right leg are constantly being stimulated when driving. And so these muscles will tend to be active all the time. Again, another factor kind of causing us to lean down toward the right. So the problem is this with the left side is that when there's this density on the right side, there's a diagonal vector of movement, you could say, or of tissues will pull on this shoulder blade. It's kind of pulls the left shoulder blade up a little bit, causing the shoulder to roll forward a little bit, and the whole shoulder girdle will slightly shift down towards the right. The way to check this for yourself, and you look in the mirror, and often when I mention this, people stand in the mirror, they don't even realize that they have that presentation. So what we need to do is kind of bring the left side down a little bit, the rib cage tip down slightly towards the left to help bring that left shoulder in position. I'll demonstrate on the floor a corrective exercise that can help and how to alleviate this issue, how to first assess it, and a way to kind of help it to correct. This is a shoulder flexion exercise. The arms will be going basically lifting up like this. You can do it standing as well. The floor or against the wall. I like the floor because the floor takes the gravity out of the picture so you can be more focused on what your shoulders are doing, especially when you're rehabilitating the issue. So your feet should be definitely bent. If your legs are straight, your back will tend to extend. So knees are bent, should be a neutral spine, lower back just slightly off the floor. The palms facing your body and arms very stiff, very straight. So one arm comes up like this behind the head, thumb towards the floor, and then the other arm. Ideally, they both be even and all the way to the floor without any catches along the way. So again, quite commonly what happens is the right arm, that has a lot of space. The left side kind of gets caught, like I can't quite get there. So the way to kind of correct that, and this usually works, if you just slightly lean the rib cage, slightly lean over to the left, if you can see that, so instead of leaning to the right, just shift over a bit to the left. And when you're lifting the left arm, really keep the shoulder down from the ear, okay? The issue is the shoulder comes up like this and you try to lift your arm and it gets stuck because the arm bone gets impinged in the rotator cuff. So rather, pull the shoulder down a little bit to give yourself some space in the rotator cuff. Keep the shoulder pulling down. And when you get further up, then let your shoulder lift, and then you've got a lot of space. And generally that seems to help everyone. If you just try it out yourself, the left shoulder, okay, we'll say left shoulder here. So here's your rotator cuff. If it's too high, your arm bone gets jammed in it, and then you try to lift the arm up, and it gets caught. There's impingement at the cuff. So instead, bring it down, bring the humerus down, and then you've got some space to move the arm through. Give that a try. Again, my name is Uttara Neli Lozej. My email should be listed there. Send me an email if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to address some of your issues. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a nice weekend or day, whatever you have going on for you. Bye now.